So here is my book, A Decolonial and Anti-Racist Transformative Autoethnographic Journey Toward Reconciliation, a Racialized Immigrant Women's Empowering Stories. Those who do not know me, I'm a settler woman of color and I'm a mother, and I'm dedicated to anti-racist and decolonial feminist education. My expertise encompasses a broad spectrum of research areas, including environmental reconciliation, decolonial feminist research, transnational feminism, anti-racist theory, and Indigenous women-led climate change solutions. These areas of focus underscore my unwavering commitment to cross-cultural responsibility, gender equity, social justice, and environmental resilience. And what is this book about? The main goal of this book is to reflect upon formal and informal decolonial processes of learning, unlearning, and relearning through community activities and building relationships. This research helps me to practice responsibility for my role in this Indigenous land, which empowers me as a newcomer woman to find more equitable relational pathways and practices in learning what it means to be a racialized newcomer settler in Canada. I believe similar pathways could be made available for many other newcomers by sharing and analyzing my own stories about learning with Indigenous and non-Indigenous community people, about Indigenous histories, cultures, traditional knowledges, and worldviews. I can reflect on the processes that frame newcomer women's community building efforts in Canada. Therefore, I want to share what I have learned about building bridges between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people as a racialized newcomer women. Another important aspect of this book is demonstrating the importance of engaging with unpaid, unrecognized, undermined informal learning spaces and the cultivation of mutual care work that often goes on within them. Although I left my colonial life in Bangladesh, when I started my new life in Canada, I could see that my thoughts remained colonized. As a woman, my body is colonized, the religions with which I am most familiar are colonized, and social systems are colonized. Negotiating with aggressive colonial models of power to find my own decolonial space to grow and understand my responsibilities as a racialized settler woman can be exhausting because I dream of gifting my children with a decolonial and just society. I started to cross the complicit boundaries I had internalized growing up to appreciate the decolonial, anti-racist sources of gentle power available through Indigenous teachings and in shared spaces. My vocal commitment to understand and learn more about anti-racist and decolonial feminist frameworks are grounded in the intersectionalities of class, race, gender, and religion in cross-cultural communities. Therefore, I tried to find and create informal, safe spaces for dialogue on anti-racism, to learn about Indigenous histories, racial injustice, and the need for decolonial gender justice in navigating the challenges facing newcomers. Safe space supports such as community radio conversations, community gardening, and transnational cultural activities permit people to express their candid opinions and impressions, critical thoughts, and attitudes without fear of being ridiculed and attacked. A safe space can be as small as between two people or expanded to include larger groups gathered according to people's interests. This research examines the social contexts of my research through its objectives, research questions, theoretical framework, methodology, methods, and the findings of my collaborative community learning analysis to reconsider how my own life is interwoven with the needs for justice that shape both my local diasporic communities and the Indigenous lands where we have the opportunity of becoming potential partners in reconciliation and decolonization. In this book, we have total 8 chapters. So first chapter is about reflective learnings, meanings and implications of land acknowledgement. Second chapter, why do we need decolonial and anti-racist reflective learning? Third chapter, Decolonial Reflective Worldviews. Fourth chapter, Decolonial Feminist Autoethnographic Research Methodology and Method. Fifth chapter, Decolonial Reflective Learning Space for Community Building Bridges. Sixth chapter, Decolonial Challenges for Racialized Artists of Color in Canada. Seventh chapter, Reflective Learning from Indigenous People, Knowledge, Land, and Decolonization. And my last chapter is Reconciliation as Taking Responsibility. This is the book. Actually, it took my entire youth to come to this stage and to see this, to see this knowledge, because decolonial learning, anti-racist education, I have taken it as my lifelong learning process that I'm trying to invest into. And to produce this book, I would say that actually I was not sure at the beginning that I would be able to write this book one day, but I have finished this book and now it is in my hand. I would like to request my readers to have a look on this book, and if you have any question, I'm always open to have a conversation about this book with the community activists, with community members, with scholars, educators, practitioners, and especially my anti-racist and feminist ally. I would be very happy if you can help me to spread the words out and if you help me to continue this conversation.